primetime Poulton, keep it entertaining. You already knowin', outworking everybody and he don't ever quit. Talking about plenty comics like Graveyard Shift, Sea Dogs, Viking Wolf, U.S. Assassin, doing just what he loves. This is his passion. Bring more value to your dollar. No, I'm not frontin'. That's how just a writer became a moral compass. This is primetime Poulton. This is primetime Poulton. Let's go.
Yo, what's up, guys? Happy Friday. It's the best friends. The dance party is continuing. We got the main event, Phil McNulty in the house, and he's all time. What's up, Phil?
What up, Mark? What up, Sean?
Well, brothers, how you guys doing?
Good. And we got the man of the hour, the man who this show is dedicated to today.
All about me, fuckers.
Mr. Type 1, Sean Ahrendt. Sean, man, congratulations.
Thank you so much to everybody that had pre-ordered the book and those that missed out on pre-orders. Hell. So great. Awesome, Mike. Great news. Let me know what you think. Really looking forward to your thoughts. But yeah.
So we'll talk Type 1. First, let's catch up on the week. Phil, you know what I'm going to say. Fill us in.
All right. So busy personal week. Oh my goodness. It's been the most stressful week ever. A lot of stuff that no one of our viewers really want to care to listen to about. So I'm going to push away all the bad stuff. I'm going to bring up only good vibes. Revengers #1 is officially completed pencils. The pencils are all done. It is ready to go. So I'm inking it. Ryan Brady is scripting it. So as soon as that's done, we're getting on to the second part. We're going to do a Type 1 sort of preview. We're going to have a little preview book. So issue 1 is done, complete. So it's going to be a full-on issue 1 that you'll get for if you do a little preview of what the whole book's going to be, because it's going to be in a collected graphic novel format. So we are going to have just a issue 1 that'll be available sort of like pre-orders, and then
slide up in his DMs.
Right. So we'll do a whole show dedicated to it on here. But yeah, I am just glad that the pencils are done. I've really sort of just taken this week to finish it. And honestly, I hate to, toot my own horn or pat myself on the back.
I do all the time.
It's looking so good. I did a nice little Predator handshake scene, and it's looking fire. So
Son of a bitch.
Revengers will launch in 2022, and I'm so excited about that.
Wow, that's awesome. I wasn't expecting to hear that.
No, I know. The last 3 days, I've just been a machine. Like, I've been at a Starbucks, and I've been carrying my iPad. My iPad's been following me everywhere, and it's just been like, hold on, spaceship's gonna go down in this part. Just whip it out. My iPad, not my iPeen, and just been sketching these pages, and it's so much easier when you just know what your script is going to be. Like, originally I was going to do it the old Marvel way and just pencil it out and add the words on top. But Ryan Brady and we had a whole thing where we just planned it out, and we said, this is what's going to happen in these final pages. And since we did that, it was just full go.
Yeah. Finish
it up. And then you just say, and I just sat back today and I was just like, oh my God, the pencils are done. Like, how is that? And then you just lose track of time when you're sort of in that flow.
Right. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And like a little bit at a time. Wait, a lot of a little makes a lot when you think about it. Because you've been working on it for a while, but you focusing on it now, tying up all the loose ends where it's just like, holy shit. Like when I was putting the files together, I'm like, this could be an actual full indie book, compared to some people's indie books where they're like 6 pages. What the fuck is this?
That's why when I got your book, I was opening up. I was like, wait a second. this sort of feels like just like the first issue, and now like I can get the rest of the story in the in the collected form, and that's what Ryan and we talked about, because we just wanted an issue 1, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A standard issue 1. And then when Mark and I were talking about a couple months ago, and I asked him, I said, well, what's the best way to do it? And Mark was like, put in the collected format, give the people the most bang for their buck, and that's the best way to approach it. And I just thought, well, how am I going to get my issue 1 and that? And then it just seems like between type 1 and with Mark's books, and then me and Ryan just sitting down and working on it, we're just like, oh my God, this is finally coming to, once you dedicate, I'm always like, I felt like such a hypocrite, because I was saying you got to dedicate yourself to your work. And over the past, year plus, I wasn't dedicated to my artwork as much as I was dedicated to teaching and grad school. And then when you finally sit down and you're like, I'm just going to take I've done more in the past 4 days than I've done in the past 4 months. When you really just sit down and you dedicate 100% of your time to your craft, it's amazing what you can do.
I concur.
So when you're ready to launch that campaign, this is what you do. You overprint the issue 1, and you keep a couple for the campaign as like an add-on, because some people might want the floppy, especially if it's the first release. It's going to be the first appearance of all these characters.
Yep.
And then you have the regular tier, which is the collected edition, and then that $50 tier, you do like an ashcan preview of book 2.
Because we have book 2 already like started. Like book 2, the plot is out, the villains are out. Book 1 is sort of like that origin story of your characters, and book 2 is sort of like, okay, the origins are out. Now it's just time for
Volume 1
story. Yeah. Volume 1. Well, Volume 1's gonna end with a little bit of story to set up a Volume 2. So we have issue 1, it's gonna be part of a whole bigger Volume 1, and then Volume 2, we're already know where that's going. So it's nice to be like, wait a second. I feel like classic WCW now. I'm entering where the big boys play now. So I'm like, all right, here we go. Because I'm doing it the Poulton approach. Have the book done before you even launch, because then fulfillment and telling people the book's done, you get more people. Because that's what happened when I was part of William Shatner's Man of War. The book wasn't done, right? And we launched an Indiegogo. And people were like, well, I don't know. It may have Shatner's name on it, but it's not done. So you get it done first, and then there's people who are on the fence about it are going to say, well, as soon as this campaign ends, I'm going to get it. So I might as well just go do it now. So that's what we're doing. We're going to wait till it's all done and then launch it. But the fact that issue 1 got done sort of faster, and I'm just like, wait a second. It's because I just actually sat down and spent my entire days just focusing on it. It's awesome.
Mike McMahon says Volume 3 hasn't even launched, and Mark has me on Volume 4 already.
Nice.
You got to keep Mike busy. We got Noah in the chat. What's up, NTM Comics?
What, brother? Love that kid. He's funny as hell.
He is.
He's a hoot. Like, I feel like he's like kind of like a younger me, unfiltered. Like he's got to have some more debauchery in his life.
So Noah, after the live stream is over, is hilarious.
Yes, because he's a polite young man on screen in the chat, as he should be. But look, Noah, you could tell some people to fuck off if you want to. I do.
You have to write those emails where, like, I literally wrote an email the other day. And I said, this person was such a nice guy. And then I was like, but if you could please call me. And then the person called me and they're like, you talk to that douchebag? I'm like, yes, that douchebag. There's sometimes where you don't want to put it in writing, but you can say it to other people. And like, yes, we can talk about this without ruining our reputations.
Yeah, I don't really care.
So Phil was talking about completed books. I went over the print files for a completed book this week. The Haunted Pizza Yearbook. Ryan Honorado sent me the print files yesterday. I went through it. looks awesome. Really happy with it. I showed Chase it. He was excited because he's in the book. You know, he's co-owner of Haunted Pizza. Sure. Sean Arendt's in the book. Next year, when I do yearbook 2022, I'm going to have to get Phil McNulty in there.
Hell yeah.
Because Phil will be doing some work either with me or for me, you know.
Did you reach out to Dex?
Yeah. He sent me the template.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Very good.
Mike McMahon says he's never been more busy than this year. Yeah, Mike and I got a lot going on, and people are gonna find out about everything we got going on August 20th when we launch U.S. Assassin Book 3. Speaking of which, this is a great time to play the trailer.
I'm the mercenary, Flip Gordon. And I'm joining the U.S. Assassins team.
Yeah, this is U.S. Assassin. They bout the action, ready to make it happen. Yeah, this is the elite government task force. Whole team is official. What more could you ask for? Yeah, this is U.S. Assassin. You don't want drama. If they pull up, they blasting. Monsters of the graveyard shift. You ain't never seen a squad quite like this. We got Bazooka Dog, and he don't cut no slack. A dog with a giant bazooka on his back. Slither is a reptilian, alien. 3 snakes for a tongue. You don't wanna mess with him. Sensei Steel, who is so mysterious, martial artist and trainer, swift with the kicks. Zero Face is a bad guy turned good. The mercenary is a beast, get it understood. Takeout is a fast shooter, fast draw. Kirby is the Lone Ranger, but she hits hard. Lieutenant Rape, second in command, yes indeed. Who's the brains of the team? A super ninja at the lead. Yeah, hey, this is U.S. Assassin. Yeah, this is U.S. Assassin. Let's go.
U.S. Assassin Book 3, our crossover with Graveyard Shift, August 20th, 5 p.m. Eastern. We launch on Red Valkyrie's channel. And then Mike and I, because Mike's going to be here in New Jersey, we're going to go to the old ECW arena, watch Flip Gordon win the Ring of Honor world title. And then we're going to stay afterwards and hang out with him.
Get some pizza.
Yeah. So, we got Splatgut saying too many late campaigns right now. Yeah, that's why I keep Mike busy. No late campaigns for U.S. Assassin.
And not Type 1.
Yep. Mike McMahon. Mark and I always deliver on time. We got Eddie Winkler in the chat. What's up, Eddie?
Eddie.
Eddie and I were just on Otten Stuff Wednesday.
Yeah, great show. Really, really great responses and great conversation. You guys know your shit. Inspiring and great to call you guys pals, friends, amigos, compadres.
So the rest of my week was I was just catching up from the previous week because I was in Michigan signing all those Graveyard Shift books, and it took me like a week to get over like the exhaustion. I was just so tired. It's my own fault because. Well, once I got back from Michigan, I planned a road trip with my brother to Pittsburgh, which is a 5.5 hour drive. We watched the Phillies lose to the Pirates. And then we drove home that night, and I had to go to work. I got home at 4 a.m. I had to get up for work at 7 a.m.
Wait, so you were fucking mad?
Yeah. And
what happens when you live the U.S. Assassin lifestyle? You are running on empty, but you still got to run like you got a full tank.
Yeah. And I got home from work, and then I had a live stream that night. I was on Backer Shots, where the host takes shots for you for every backer they get for your campaign. Yeah. So that was awesome. And after that, I was like, I'm going to bed. But Chase was like, oh, come on, Dad. You've been streaming for 2 hours. Can't you spend some time with me? So we ended up staying up till like 1 a.m. watching YouTube. Yeah. So I was like dead. Chrissy let me sleep in the next morning, and I slept until like 11:30, which is crazy for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just catching up on rest this week. I was so exhausted and going over files. Besides, the Haunted Pizza yearbook, I went over Dexter Weeks is lettering Black Owl for me right now.
Oh, cool.
We're going to release a preview book for it because Greg Poulton, the artist of it, is going to a convention in October, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, can we release a preview book for it so I can have something new to sell? And you know me, I love more merch. So I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Get it out there.
Yeah. So I think I want to get like maybe Comics Wellspring. They just announced that they're doing foil covers now. Maybe I'll give them some of my business and test that out.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot me the link. I want to see what they do.
Yeah. Mark Yoon says, Phil looking fresh with that shave.
Yeah. I was just shout out to Mark Yoon. My podcast with him is going to drop this Sunday. So be on the lookout for my social media. I will be promoting the hell out of it, tweeting it, retweeting it, put it on Facebook, all that jazz. But yeah, I like to keep, Merch Machine Mark Poulton on I like to keep him guessing. Once he uploads a picture of me with the mustache, that's when I shave it.
Yeah.
And I gotta pull out the rug. So I gotta keep him on his toes.
I like clean shaven Phil.
Yeah. As NTM said that Sean and I look like we're at the skater park. Yes, you can tell.
Where the fuck he's
You can tell because we were in that era when with our hats, we don't bend them. So we age ourselves by showing that the brim of our hats stay flat.
Oh, I'll brim the fuck out of a hat, except for this one because it was really expensive.
Of course we'll brim the cheap hats, but the mad expensive ones that come with like all that screen print stuff, no, you never want to mess that up. You got to keep that bill flat.
Nah, this is a memento from when I was at Hawaii as a guest of Amazing Hawaii Con, Aloha, for all the ladies I got. So,
Mark Yoon says, Sean with the great camera angle this time.
Yeah, it's my computer. It's just
when did you have a bad camera angle?
Oh, who knows?
Yeah.
Some people got opinions. And we don't listen to them.
Eddie Winkler says, I'm a good dad. Thank you. Amanda B's here. What's up,
hey,
Amanda?
Hopefully your book gets there in the next few days.
Mr. Von Stugel says, I picture Phil as a scooter rider and Sean as an inline skater.
Von Stugel, if you were here a couple months ago, I fell off a scooter. It was a tragedy. My hands were all scarred up and fell down back in the wintertime. I am anything but a scooter rider.
All right. So, Sean,
you're
the man of the hour. Tell us about your week. Tell us all about fulfilling. Well, tell us when the books arrived. What was that like for you?
Getting the box. I love getting boxes. On my porch, I got up from a nap and I didn't even get to hear the doorbell. So I looked and I'm like, they're here. So I took them in, did some spraying because I still try to keep it clean. Opened the book, I opened the box, and it was just shiny. The light glimmered in my face. And I took pictures of it immediately and sent it to these guys and Joe. I'd be like, guys, look, I did a thing. Tell me how awesome I am. And then from there, it was just getting ready to sign all of them, bag and board, prepping them in the box. Which, excuse me. There we go. That shit is shinier than Charlie Sheen. But like I've always said this, helping you and John out on Graveyard Shift 1, like fulfillment, fucking was like School of Hard Knocks because there we go. There's a proper way to flip the Geminis just to save time. It might be a matter of seconds. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm proud of myself too. So everybody else tell me how great I am. No, I'm kidding. Like you gotta learn shortcuts because time management is what's important with this because you want to get them out as fast as you can, best as you can, and not damage for the people that spent hard-earned money. So that took me a good weekend. I thought I was gonna have them out on Monday, but printing labels, I missed hitting the post office, which is fine. But I got them out on Tuesday afternoon. So, and then I just got back from the Pocahontas post office today. for people that bought books, you know. So with the pre-orders, I did it the same way I did my Con Artist, the art of Sean Ahrendt that I released in 2018 to 2019. You pre-order a book, you get it for a cheaper price than what it would be sold on the table or aftermarket. And plus, I'll give you a sketch. So it's like, you want my thing? I'll give you my thing, but with some gags. And then putting this together, I'm like, I want this to be a cool 90s gimmick. Like, I want this to be the coolest cover out there now. And I think it is. Like, I got to blow my own ego. Gimmick-wise, I think it's the coolest, you know?
No, I agree with you.
So I'm like, let me set the price point reasonable for people that I want to get it, like the A&S chat, people that repeat customers, and people in the diabetic community that I've reached out to, which is really important. I love you so much. You get me like a roll of hard quarters. Yeah, Aces. Shout out to Aces. Geeks at the Beach 2022 coming in 22. So yeah. But no, so I'm like $20 shipped in the States. A&S members got their own a bust, and then people not in A&S got a little head sketch. So again, oh, you know what I used? I used these Adelso, the uni pens. These things are like needles. Like they're tight. It took a while for me to get used to them, but I fucking love them now. It is like a needle, yeah. But so where was I? So anyway, $20 shipped in the States. Well, free shipping because the book was $20, whatever. So afterwards, I got all my pre-orders, and I kept that open for a good 2.5 months or so, I'd say, because I did a rough open on, I think, April 2nd, and like I just did that on the spot. I'm like, I'm gonna do it now. You know, I'm gonna pull the trigger. And then the following Monday, we did on art and stuff. Like, oh, look at me, Sean did a thing. So all in all, I got 79 pre-orders. It's fucking wild. And then I just got a bunch of other sales. So like 80 through 86 or 87, not 86 maybe. There's $60 shipped because of this gimmick, because of this stock. And I ordered 100 copies collectively, and you won't get this one again. So the rarity and the collectability of it, and so far so good. So like Eddie said, like the aftermarket has told me in the past, print more because the aftermarket is where you're going to make more money at, and so far so good. And I only have like less than maybe around a dozen or so, even including mine and some for family members. But if people want them, I'm going to sell them because insulin ain't cheap.
That's awesome, man. And this wasn't even like an official campaign. It was just hit me up in my DM. So imagine when you do a campaign and you have higher tiers, like, you know, the $50 tier where you get an ash can or a print or something, and then or the even higher priced ones where you do full on commissions.
Yeah,
you know, you're going to do great.
You know what I hope doesn't bite me in the ass, because like the diabetes community, what if they're like, I already got a book. You know, what am I going to be spending more money for? But it's going to be like
they want the rest of the story.
The 46 to 48 page. I'm not sure which way I'm going to go with. I got to find out which is best, whatever. But for myself and for the story. But yeah, I'm really excited. I have volume 1 written and plotted out. I have 3 scenes laid out. I have to lay out the rest of the book, but I know where I'm going with. Volume 2 is written and plotted. 3 is kind of like, I know what's up with the what's ups. And then like 4 and 5, if I get there, I got sprinkles of ideas. But I do have other books and properties I'm going to do.
Old man Ahrendt is the best.
I'll fucking take that. Hell yeah. Give me that shit. I'm pushing 40.
They're going to buy the book, man, because they're going to want to know if Strees can not only manage being a superhero, but manage his diabetes.
Yeah, and taking care of his nephew Aaron and the Mesoamerican lore.
We haven't even met his nephew yet.
I know. That's
spoilers. Sorry, guys.
Well, it's in the whatever. But yeah, no. Look, this is a throwback to all the '90s and '80s comics and cartoons that we grew up on, like the Saturday morning cartoons from like Bionic 6, Centurions, all that dumbass shit that's on my wall back there that people make fun of me for. Maybe a little Teddy Ruxpin. But no,
don't call that stuff dumb. That's what makes you you.
Yeah, no, come on, you know I'm joking. But no, like it's all of the love that I have. It's a cartoon. Like I'm making my own cartoon in my head on paper. You know, that's what they are for me.
Past Master Dan says, "Don't make him care."
Never, brother, ever.
So I know I'm a little close to this book because
you're my editor.
Yeah, but but opening this up like transported me back to the 90s.
Really?
Yeah, like this book. I hope you take this as a compliment because this is what it's meant as. This reminded me of like Entity Comics. They would always do those cool foil covers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A lot of their books was black and white, so that's what it reminded me of.
Word, cool, awesome, thank you.
Wasn't it just nice to get a comic book in the mail, like with a nice 90s gimmick? Like I felt like it took me back. Like when I opened it and I opened the package, like I knew, like being part of the inner circle, if you will, I knew what the cover was going to look like. But still, when I opened it up and I saw how shiny it was, it just took me back. Like it felt like I was back at a like 7-Eleven, when I would see on the spinner rack and I would see the bright shiny one coming from the left-hand side. That's where I got my Wildcats 2 from.
Right.
I think because Wildcats 2 issue 2 had the foil, not issue 1, which made me have to go back to get issue 1. Right. And that's what it took me back to when I was being a kid. And I think we're part of this generation where we're just like, let's get back to what comics were fun. And then I read the book and then I was just blown away. Like I knew Sean could draw, but I didn't know Sean could write. And that was a revelation when actually reading. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I can't wait to back the campaign. Like I'm excited for it.
Thank you. All right. So my buddy, a bit friend of ours, Ahrendt, the whole premise of the story was the uncle-nephew thing was always there. Like me and my nephew, me being nephew to my uncles, my dad, whatever. And like that's a big part of the story. And then my buddy Ahrendt, his uncle Tom, is the guy that got him into like the geek world. And he was a diabetic and he passed away due to complications. So I asked if I could use Tom as the main character's name, and throw Aaron in there as the nephew, and he showed the book to his family, and like his grandmother was crying, his mother was crying, his family, they're like, Uncle Tom, like they just said the nicest words, like they're like, thank you, like, which is weird to me, but it was cool hearing like that aspect of it, to see like a different personal level from somebody that doesn't know me but knows something about whatever is in this book, like it's fucking wild.
That's awesome. Yeah. Mike McMahon makes a good point. He says that cover gimmick made the cover art shine even more. Yeah, it's a perfect gimmick for an armor superhero.
Yeah, definitely.
Eddie Winkler says fighting crime
in diabetic time
and low blood sugar levels. Nice.
Yeah.
Yoon says reminds me a bit of Solar. I'm not sure if you guys remember. Of course we remember.
I have hair in my asshole older than you. Of course I know who Solar is.
Past Master Dan says diabetic farts are the worst. True or false, Sean?
My farts are just the worst in general. Well, I've been a diabetic for almost 26 years now, so like that's all I remember are these fartaceous farts.
Black Guts. Phil just called Sean illiterate.
No. Let me tell you, Splat. I know Sean, and I know he's illiterate. I wasn't saying that. All I was saying was, can this illiterate man write a really good, compelling story? And yes, he did. He overcomes diabetes and illiteracy to create such a fine-ass product. So,
he did call you illiterate.
I was in special ed from like 3rd grade to 12th grade. So yeah,
yeah. It's gonna come out one day that everybody in this planet is on the spectrum somehow. Trust me, Sean. Even when I got into college, I'm like, oh man, thank God the sped days that I was in is done. And then they're like, guess what, Phil? You have to go to a special basic writing class in order to keep going to college. And I said, you gotta be effing kidding me?
Well, that's where I got my smart Asian friend to do my math homework for me, so I could get out of that quicker.
So I know Phil saw it because he commented. Sean, you posted a picture of yourself when you were. How old were you in that picture? Like
10
12?
11? No, that was I think that was 91 or 92 because of like the line, like the lightning lines and like the lightning bolt cuts in my fade and my Donnie Wahlberg hair.
Was that like a school photo?
Yeah.
You know I restrained myself because you know what I wanted to post.
You get to post whatever you wanted, brother. You can
Don't
go
worry,
back.
I'm way ahead of you guys.
You know I was gonna post the kid from T2, right?
I do not look like that bastard.
Now I think we have to bring it up just to see if people agree with it.
Oh,
Here we go.
God
Here we go.
damn it.
Are you're pulling it up?
Oh, trust me, I got you, brother. I got you. Let's see. Here we go. Let's make it full. Here we go. Does Sean Ahrendt look like the kid?
I love
from
Donnie
T2?
Wahlberg.
Here we go. We'll get yes or no in the chat.
I think we need a picture of the kid from T2 now.
Funny
All right, hold
enough,
on,
he
guys.
used to play at clubs around that time in my area. My sister would go to those clubs.
Yeah, he was in like a metal
301.
band.
Yeah. He's a cool guy from what I heard from my sister met him. I'm like, you were in a groupie, were you? She's like, fuck no. All right, cool.
Past Master Dan says, my brother could make the outside smell bad.
Oh, nice. I gotta hang out with him. My kind of
Eddie Winkler, I haven't received mine yet, but I am really impressed with the presentation.
I hope they get there soon. Like Phil, Mark live relatively close, so like getting to them in a day makes sense. I've gotten people from North Jersey, Virginia. I think I spelled Regina when I was replying to Amanda. PA, North New York, the Bronx. Well, Bronx is New York, but you know. But yeah, hopefully soon.
We got Oliver in the chat. What's up, Oliver?
Dante, my guy, awesome.
Amanda's a fan of those laser beams.
Look, and right around that was pre-big hooped earrings. Because I swear, I thought I was a new kid on the block. By the time I was in high school, Backstreet Boys and NSYNC were popular. So, you know, I went with the look, and it worked to my benefit.
I would say you had the right stuff.
Phil, you didn't happen to find a picture of Danny Cooksey from T2?
Let me go get it right now.
But also, like the thing with Type 1, like I created this character when I was 11 years old. I created him a day before I met David Cockrum, who, if you don't know who he was, he drew Giant Size X-Men. He co-created Colossus Legends, yeah. Colossus, Storm, Nightcrawler. I was only 11. So there was an art contest, and I originally was going to have Streez's name be Wraith or Straith, but since I'm dyslexic, Streez came out, and I just kind of went with it. And I showed it to Mr. Cochran because it was a blatant ripoff, the first design of Die Hard, Heatwave, and all the cartoons from around then. And he's like, this is awesome. And he's probably just being a very nice guy to a little kid that just wanted to ask him all the questions about the X-Men cartoon. So I stuck with it. And then as I reboot it, kind of went back, and you'll see some, I don't know, it just looks like a cool character. And like Mesoamerican lore, like Mayans and what do you guys have cooking up? Because I know you guys have. He's a good-looking dude.
Chat, yes or no? Could these guys be twins?
No, we look alike. It's definitely the jaw, the eyes. Yeah, we do look. It's just that the obnoxious red hair. Like nobody wants to be a ginger. Like, let's be honest. If you're a ginger, your life's already fucked you as it is. And especially if you have a mullet or long hair like that. Oh
he just needs some lightning bolts.
Yeah. Oh, dude. When Crisscross was the shit, like I had the 2Ks. I did everything. Yeah, I did the Batman thing when it was around. It was awesome.
Did you wear your clothes backwards too?
Yeah, me and my people, me and my friends.
Me and my people.
Fuck you. Me and my friends, we tried that for a few days, but trying using like the urinals and the stalls, that was a pain in the dick. So we're like, nah. Probably around that, just before that picture, I had a mullet. It was the longest rat tail in the world because, again, I wanted to be a Donnie Wahlberg.
Mr. Von Stugel says Dave Cockrum should have spit in your eye and sent you packing. Thank God he didn't. You might not be a comic book fan.
Yeah, I know. Well, what's up?
Mr. Von Stugel said that would have been a good character building for you.
Dude, I'm from Jersey. Like, it's just how it is. You know, like, if you don't offend somebody on the first time of meeting them, you don't like them. You don't want to be pals. So
you didn't offend me, and I liked you.
I was really drunk when I first met you. Still that morning.
Yeah.
I was like,
So now that you're all done fulfillment,
yeah.
What's next for Sean Ahrendt, comic book creator?
Oh, I'm just gonna be working on Type 1, just working on the rest of it. I look to launch the mailing list sometime in October, maybe late October to push it, and then in March I'm gonna plan to do the actual campaign launch. Joe's gonna do April for a Reaper Destroyer, and there's a cool ad in there. I don't know if anybody noticed that.
Yeah, well, let me go pull it out. But yeah, that's when I noticed that in the back. I said, "Oh, here we go. Freddie Durst is ready to promote. Let's go get it." There you go.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So it's cool. Like, this is kind of like the first like A&S product, if you will, from the both of us, because this is Joe's success as well. So yeah, it's really cool. Really excited for what we got planned. But no, I'm gonna have a variant cover by my best friend down here, Mr. McNulty, and for the mailing list signups, there's gonna be a secret tier. Oh, whatever, you'll know about it. A variant by Marat Michaels. So the way you can get the variant by Marat Michaels only is if you sign up for the mailing list and do all that hoot and ha shenanigans. And if you sign up for that, you will be getting an exclusive Prism card by Mike McMahon. So that's incentive. If you purchase through the mailing list, secret tier, whatever, that's how you get the card. Because I'm trying to hear like how like you guys word things and like how John words things.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh no, you could have a card, or you could have a card. It's like, nah, I want you to sign up and be a part of this, Like,
yeah, you don't want to do the sign up to get a free card unless you build that card into the secret link for the discounted tier. Otherwise, you're like cross-referencing your backers it's a lot of work, Sean.
Yeah, fuck that.
And as we know, you're illiterate, so it'd be impossible for you to do.
Well established.
I just threw darts at a board of like who's getting what. I'm like, you're getting that. You're getting that.
So Mark Yoon says he offends everyone. That's how he weeds out the weaklings.
Yeah, it's true. He's true.
Mike McMahon says that's why he stabbed you because you offended him.
I still got the scar. I could show everybody. No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna say, hold on. Let me cue up the music.
All right, so Mike and John drove in to Jersey.
John Malin, for those that aren't in on the story.
They know who John is. We say Papa John. They know who John is. If they don't,
we might have a new viewer today. So
they look like the usual.
One of my wife's friends watches occasionally.
She hot? She's single?
She's married.
Is she hot? I'm kidding. No, yeah. So Mike drove what was it, like 14 hours, maybe more from Middle Americas. They get to Mark's house, and it's really late as it is. I give my guys my love. I give them the hugs, the pounds. Mike had his keys in his hand still. So when he went in to embrace me, it was like, and I'm like, oh! Blood was was pierced. It was good times. It's a good memory, and it's fun to say Mike's a backstabber, but in reality, Mike is not a backstabber. So that's that.
Mike McMahon says he drove 17, 18 hours straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to fly out. Mike's flying out this time. When
There
he
you
comes
go.
Here.
Save time and money.
We had a serious question in here, and I can't find it now. Where is it?
It's right after Mark Yoon's comment about the weaklings.
Here we go.
There you go.
Thank you, Phil. In all seriousness, Sean, are you using your IP to educate others about diabetes?
Yeah, look, I'm telling my story, and the first 15 pages of the book is the opening scene of the preview book, I should say. It's a love letter to Rob Liefeld's Youngblood Strike File, so it's action orientated. But he goes through something. You'll read it. But I'm in talks with some people in the diabetic community to get the book out to kids with diabetes, because that's really who I'm kind of making this for. And I don't want to sound like Oprah Winfrey or Whitney Houston, like this is for the kids. But it's something for like if I have either good days or bad days, not be able to get out of bed because of my levels yo-yoing. But I want to, I want something for if they're having a shitty day, they could read and enjoy, and people that don't have it can kind of get an understanding of what people like me and like myself go through. Like I love myself a good diabetes meme, but it's more than that. Like it's a serious disease. I've known people that go blind, lose appendages. It does suck, and I have fun with it because I can. It's been almost 26 years, but yeah, I would love for people to kind of know more about it and be entertained.
I think where we really get that was on the preview book. I do like how you mentioned about his glucose levels dropping. I think that's really like the first hint where we get is something like, wait a second, we have a little bit more going on than just action, which I really enjoyed about the book. It was a nice little thing where it didn't punch you in the face, but that as when you go for the full campaign, and we've got the to be continued spot here, we know that we're going to get a little bit more of that talk. So like when I was on a podcast with Aaron Lepresti, he said that originally the book of his opening, the opening of his book was a lot of origin stories and a little bit about it. And then he said, you know what? But people, if they're going to take a look at the preview of the book, probably didn't want to read the origin. They wanted action and then origin immediately following that. So that's why I like that part of the book where like Mark and I, we're kind of in the know, so we know where it's headed.
Right, yeah.
But as a reader, I kind of forgot where I was when reading it. So that's kind of brought me back into the book. I really did love it, Sean. Like, I'm not just saying this as like one of your best friends in the world, like, and you being one of my best friends in the world. Like, I really seriously enjoyed this comic. It's been a while since I actually like forgot how much I enjoy comic books.
That means a lot to me. I got my art. Did I say about my art teacher yet on the show?
No.
My art teacher got a copy. He's Mr. Richard Fuchs. When I was a kid, he was my art teacher, like I just said. But he's been a huge inspiration to me through my journey, my loving to learn about art and all that. So he ordered a copy. And at first I'm like, I'll just give you one. He's like, no, you worked your ass off. I'm gonna give you one. I'm like, I'll take it. You should have gave me an A in 6th grade, but whatever. But he was proud, and he was telling me just the journey, and then just people with diabetes will get a kick, enjoy it, and people without diabetes will kind of get a little more understanding about how this setup was and all that. Because I didn't want to give you something kind of boring. I did my best. I kicked my ass to make this the best I could at the time. And an action-packed opening, but still story, heavy story, maybe mild story, but a setup because it's the first scene. I didn't want to give you just splash pages or the panel layouts I had, and so I feel really good. I feel really good lately.
You should.
Yeah.
It's very memorable. In fact, I was talking to Mark Yoon last night, and I told him about how much I enjoy story just as opposed to action, and how much I really loved Hush, which was by Jeff Loeb. Like when you can tell, like you see all the action where Batman is, but Batman, inner monologue Batman is my favorite Batman. When he's telling, like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to rescue this kid, right? You know, he doesn't have Superman to make him feel better. He's got me, right? And that's what sort of Type 1 opens up, in the fact that you have action in the background, but the narration and the story gives you stories. So your eyes are like entertained, and so is your brain. It's a really good comic, Sean. Like I said, I always knew you could draw, but I didn't know you could write. Like, and I mean, write a good, compelling story, and that's what we're getting. Color me super impressed on the whole package. Like, being the art guy, I love to take a look at great art. So I was obviously that box was checked, but the story, that was really cool. I loved it.
Thank you. Oh, Past Master Dan said, sorry.
We'll get.
I'm sorry.
We'll catch up on the chat. Amanda B, if she watches occasionally, she isn't new. Moral Compass. She doesn't know who John Malin is. She's not like deep in the weeds of Comicsgate.
That's her loss.
Splat Guts doesn't want to hear you sounding like Oprah, Sean.
You get nothing, Splat Guts. You get nothing. Oh, yeah.
Past Master Dan. I have a dear friend who has suffered since juvenile diabetes, and I think this is something he could get for his son.
Yeah, hit me up. Yeah.
Joe Sontag, I've got 3 friends who have lost their foot because of diabetes.
My brother. That's my guy. Oh, we are not having art and stuff this weekend. Tonight, if anybody doesn't know, Joe's taking his wife out for her birthday, and I get a day off. Yes!
But you're here.
Yeah, well, nighttime stuff.
Joe got his book today.
Yes.
Past Master Dan, Batman always has a plan. He does.
Yeah.
And Amanda B says, slide into Sean's Twitter DMs.
Yep. 60 ship. And I'll include a
little dance.
I'll put in a bus sketch like the ANS people members got. Well, you are kind of ANS, so
So any other Type 1 business you want to mention before we?
Just that I've got some pretty cool news. I'm in the talks with some people, early stages, about kind of getting it out there to kids. There will be. He does. Rick Saylor actually did a suggestion for one of the tiers for the actual campaign for somebody to get a book and kind of sponsor it for someone with JD with juvenile diabetes. So now I'm in talks with what organization, how to make that kind of fair and all that. So I got a long road planning that, and like that's really exciting for me. But yeah, so that's
too hot for YouTube
again.
Before we wrap this up, has anyone seen Suicide Squad yet?
Halfway done with it. I enjoy it. It's silly, it's dumb, but in a good dumb. Like it's in like that Guardians of the Galaxy realm. I like what I see so far. Have you?
No, Chase and we're going to go see it tomorrow. I can't wait. I can't wait to get a Peacemaker figure to add to my John Cena collection too.
Yo, he is the shit. He
Yeah.
is the shit in this.
I've been having a hard time getting the Peacemaker action figure because every time I see the Suicide Squad figures on the shelf, it only has the piece of King Shark collectible. It doesn't have the Peacemaker part in there.
Yeah,
people buy it and return it.
No, I guess I just can't see it.
It's a John Cena joke.
Oh, like you can't see me? Like that's where it came from?
Yeah.
I've been doing that for years. I got that from Romeo Must Die. Is that where John Cena, or did they get that from John Cena?
Romeo Must Die was before that, but
right, that's right.
John Cena does. You've never seen him do this?
Oh,
you
that
can't see me. Yeah,
and that's and that was done even beforehand. Like in the NFL, like cornerbacks, whenever they would get an interception, they would go like this to the quarterback because obviously you didn't see him when he grabbed the interception. So it originated in football. You can't see me.
Amanda B, I must be the only one without HBO Max. No, I don't have it either. Chase and I are going to the theaters.
You bring the popcorn and we'll watch it, and I'll make the margaritas.
Man, I didn't even get an invite.
You're not a beautiful woman. You may be my best friend, but
I see how it is. All right. Any more business before we wrap this up?
Not off the top of my head. Everything else is great.
Oh,
like anything.
You know what we should probably talk about?
Viking Wolf.
Viking Wolf.
Okay.
Correct. Speaking of which, Viking Wolf. It was false flagged for copyright infringement.
Oh, fuck you, whoever you are.
It's been worked out, but man, going from a high of that closeout night, how fun that was, and all the money we raised that night. You know, Sean, I don't know if you know, but Phil and I, we did a special La Pod Gods episode, and then you and I went. We tried to go to 3 a.m., but we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
we made it to 2:30. But then I get home Thursday, and I go to check the campaign, and it has a big notice. This campaign has been frozen, and I couldn't get any information what was wrong with it. I sent them a message, their help email, and finally, like an hour later, I get a message saying this copyright claim has been filed against your campaign. This person is saying that they created Viking Wolf. And they said, if this is false, here's all the steps you have to do to get your campaign reinstated. I did all the steps. I get it reinstated, and Indiegogo reaches out to me and says, your campaign's reinstated. The person who filed the claim has your information if they would like to contact you and try to resolve this out of their hands. And the guy contacted me, and he was like, I don't think you ripped me off. I don't want any money. And I'm like, great. Why'd you do this? And I don't know. Yeah, that's what I was saying. But it's resolved. The guy said he just realizes we're both comic book creators trying to make cool stuff. So
yeah, but you don't gotta be a dick about it. Like, look, what the fuck?
Yeah,
I was in the shop right when Mark texted me, and I'm pushing my shopping cart, and I almost ran into a person with I pushed him a cart only because I'm Googling this person. And I'm sending the images to Mark of like, this person really is just they're really grasping at straws here. Really grasping at straws.
Yeah. No, so it's all resolved. Viking Wolf's back up. But man, that sick feeling you got when I was like because I don't want it left in Indiegogo's hands, because I don't know who the people are that are reviewing that. They could be like idiots, you know. Right. But it's all taken care of. Viking Wolf's back up. We're so close to $30,000. I made 3 goals when I launched this.
Okay.
I wanted it to be my biggest campaign, not called Graveyard Shift. Mission accomplished. I wanted $30,000 for it to hit that. We're so close to that, and I wanted 500 backers, and I think we're like 45 backers away. So they're all doable.
Now, are you going to keep it open till then? Because you can still do it.
Oh yeah. I'm going to do it
before you send them to for printing, I should say.
Yeah, no, I'm going to keep it in demand even while people are receiving the book, because I figure more people post about it when they get it.
Yeah,
we'll attract some more people.
Yeah, I shouldn't have left. When I'm like, I got.
And I'm going to pull a Sean Ahrendt, and I'm going to say, no, guys, you're going to have to pay $60.
$60.
Yeah.
You better PayPal me and make it a friend, because I ain't paying for your fees.
Fuck yeah. I need to save my money. And you know what? Thank you to those 8 people that have done it.
That's all.
Yeah. I'm a smart businessman.
Mike McMahon says, come to Stormwatch Comics August 21st. Mark and I will be there. Yeah, we're doing a signing. Me, Chase, and Mike McMahon. I'll have U.S. Assassin, Sea Dog, Graveyard Shift. Oh, there he is.
Hey,
Chase Poulton.
Chase. Wait, come here. Chase. Hey, brother. You owe me $1.
He can't hear you. I got the headphones in. But yeah, it'll be a good time. I'm hoping we get a good crowd, and maybe afterwards we can go grab some pizza or something. But yeah, I'm hoping to see some names that I can finally put with faces.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah. It's like Zara Nabuju. It's nice to finally meet you. It's like a little midget.
Mark Yoon says, happens to me on YouTube all the time. Companies even try to claim music I made.
They're just trying to steal your hype.
Splack Death says, did it ever hit stretch goal it was close to? We're still trying to get 30,000 unlocks to Kenneth Roca for art. It's going to be, I decided it's going to be a 12x9 rolled print since I'm already sending one rolled print. I can just roll that inside with the other one. So it'll be a good size print. And that's
how long is Mike staying in Jersey for?
He's going to be here from, he's getting in Thursday night, August 19th, and he's leaving what day? Tuesday, August 24th, early morning.
See if we can make something happen.
Yeah,
we do some safe social distancing.
I mean, I'll drive down there. I've done it before.
All right. Make some magic. It feels
maybe we can bring Phil with us.
Well, I'll be gone for the next 2 weeks.
Oh, that's right.
I get back. Yeah. So to all you Best Friend Show the Pod God listeners, I am on vacation on Tuesday, the 10th. I will be gone for 2 weeks. So I will be on the train coming back from New Orleans on the 24th. I'm going to New Orleans, take the train the Tuesday, the 10th, get there the 11th at night, and then I'm spending 2 weeks in Texas.
What part?
Going all over the state. So going to, first stop is Galveston, then going to...
You don't want to go there.
Well, I got to stay overnight. So then going to San Antonio, Houston. Then I'm going to be finishing up in Dallas because I'm going to go see, for the first time ever, go see my Dallas Cowboys play a preseason game. I've never been to a football game, period, in my life. I love football, but I love my Dallas Cowboys more than anything. I'm also going to go to the Dallas Book Depository and stand on the grassy knoll to see where JFK got shot.
You can try to pick up some pieces and put it back together.
And I'm going to try to get a tattoo while I'm in Dallas.
By that guy.
Yeah, from Oliver Peck, the guy from Ink Master. He has a shop in Dallas.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna write to him tonight, or they said you can always drop in, but I'm gonna see if I can get a
Gambit?
No, I'm actually I'm already scheduled to get a Gambit tattoo next summer in Florida. I saw a guy, JP Tron Walker on Instagram, does amazing sticker tattoos that look like they come straight from the comics. So that's when I'm getting my Gambit one, but I figured what I'm gonna do is try to combine my two loves. I'm gonna try to do a combo that has Spider-Man and a Dallas Cowboy star. So kind of a tattoo I always wanted was to get Spider-Man, and I love my Cowboys, so might as well mark them in Dallas. So I'm trying to get a combo deal, maybe his face like on a Dallas star or something like that. So
and you can get the Pod Gods logo right here, right over your heart.
Yeah, I will get that over. They'll be like, I'll be making sweet, sweet love to my girlfriend, and she'll be like, I can't do this anymore. I see your face and Mark Poulton's face at me, and I'll be like, that's just double the sexy, my dear.
I'm going to get the A&S logo as a tramp stamp.
Nice.
100th anniversary show. But when you're in Houston, we have some friends down there. B Rose, great guy. My uncle lives in Houston. My Uncle Eddie. Everybody, Rob knows Uncle Eddie as Uncle Eddie. He calls him Uncle Eddie. So I'll see if he's around, to take you out for margaritas and
sweet.
And if you happen to go to El Paso and hit up a certain car dealership and send flowers to a certain señorita for me, and tell her I miss her and love her and she's an idiot.
I will go just to tell her she's an idiot.
Okay.
And they'll be like, "Who are you?" I'm like,
Estúpida.
she'll be like, "Who are you?" And I'll be like, "Tune in Thursdays at 4:30 on Primetime Poulton. You'll know
And
who
then
I
go,
am."
but wait, then go. She'll know. She'll know.
All right.
Phil, one last thing. Phil, you're taking the train. Do you not fly?
No, I do fly, but I've always wanted to take. I always wanted to go to an overnight train.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a train that's 30 hours from Philly to New Orleans, and all drinks are paid for, all food is paid for, even alcoholic beverages are paid for the
Oh
entire
shit.
time. So it's gonna be a tequila sunrise every hour of that train ride.
You got to bring your vape though, so you can balance yourself out at night. You're like, I need to go to sleep.
No, I listen, Sean. I'm a teacher. I can't be doing that illegal stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, my bad. I forgot. I thought it was
Phil,
legal in Jersey.
That it is, but when you're a teacher, you can't do it, man.
Oh, you got
But
five.
I can still, partake in the drink, a little bit of happy juice.
Well, yeah, you're a legal adult,
Yeah,
responsible adult.
exactly.
Phil, can we get in a La Pod Gods? The people want it.
Yeah,
before you leave.
Yeah, totally. I am free.
Sunday or Monday.
Sunday or Monday works. Yeah,
Okay.
Works good.
All right, I'll be in touch. Phil, tell people where they can find you.
You can find
when
me
you're not since you're not going to be here for 2 weeks.
Since I'm not going to be here for 2 weeks, you can find me on the Pod Gods either this Sunday or Monday, right here on Primetime Poulton. You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at Animated Phil. You can find me on Facebook, Animated Phil Art.
Let's do it Monday for Leandro.
For Leandro, yeah, because I'll be home all day because I got to finish up my packing. So Monday is the Pod Gods.
4:30.
4:30 on Monday. Book it. And so Instagram, Twitter at Animated Phil. And go to my Etsy store. I'm going to be putting up some new items. I've got magnets, which can also be bumper stickers. So they're going to be bumper stickers or magnetic, magnets.
Wow, that Batman one's awesome.
Yeah, so this one was This one was a piece I did for a customer. It's done in Copics and ink, so this is a traditional one. And then the Spawn one I did, which is my most liked image on Instagram ever, with almost 2,000 likes. Just my version of Spawn.
Yeah, I was going to say, the Batman one was an interesting stylistic color up change for you. I'm like, what techniques did you use? But it's cool that, I can see how it's cope, but it fucking works. Yeah, I love that. Yeah,
sometimes these type of commissions run a lot because Copic markers are expensive as all heck. But no, this one I wanted to play around with colors, so I did my traditional style, and I really got into it with a little bit more pen work than I thought so. But that's because what happened was the Copics, the pen that I used, this is before I used the Tombow brush pens.
Yeah.
I used, I think, a micron, and the microns are really smudging when it came to using the Copics. So I had to even add a little bit more rendering in there to balance out the smudging, and it just turned out pretty nice.
Prismas work great with Copics.
Oh, yes, and Sunday I'll be on Mark Yoon's channel. Go ahead. You'll get to hear me talk about my love of Ben Reilly. And my love of the X-Men and what's wrong with the X-Men today.
The whole editorial staff.
No, trust me, we go in on it.
Right.
So we go in about why the X-Men aren't as popular and why they should be popular. We talk about how sexy Ben Reilly is, and go a little bit how Frosted Tips. JT knows a little something about that.
I know all about that.
So check it out. That's enough for me shilling my stuff. But make sure you go to Etsy. Give me some more vacation money.
Hell yeah.
Sean.
Sean Ahrendt is there on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. More importantly, art and stuff on Wednesday and Friday nights. Not this Friday night with my brother, not Joam Sontag. We have 2 more Wednesday shows that we're going to do, and then we're going to take a hiatus from that, doing the Wednesday shows, just so we can focus on our own books, because that's really important to us. And we'll be back doing Wednesday shows, the hangout stuff eventually. But we got to take a break because life and, getting this out is really important to me. And getting Reaper Destroyer out is really important to Joe. So, that's our main focus. And, if you haven't yet, $60 shipped, and I'll throw in a bus sketch of Strees. So, I have maybe a dozen or so left. I got to double check, but thank you.
Here you go, Sean. Hold them up. Let's get
all. Hold them up. Shininess. Shiny, shiny, shiny.
Book's awesome, guys. Definitely hit Sean up if you haven't already. And you guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Coney Waves. Make sure you subscribe to Primetime Poulton. Hit the notifications. If you haven't backed Viking Wolf yet, please do so. We're so close to 30,000. And also, go back Godlike by John Malin. I wrote a story in the supplemental book, 20-page story. It's a horror Western.
With art by, I think it's been announced.
Has it been announced?
It's on the page.
I don't know if he's the artist of my story.
Okay.
I know he's drawing one of the stories. But that's Shelby Robertson, right?
Yes, the colorist of the cover of Type 1 Preview.
Yeah. I don't know if he's doing my story or not. I haven't been told. Right. But anyway, guys, Phil and I will see you Monday, 4:30, La Pod Gods, and have a good weekend. Bye, guys.